What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video in learning C++. My name is QDS Danny and you guys watching my channel Wood. Alright, so in this video we're gonna discuss how we're gonna call our function with arrays. So you guys should be familiar by now with arrays. We already made a video with arrays, so I'm gonna put in my briefing calling functions with arrays. So when the array is argument to a function, only the address of the first element of the array is passed, not a copy of the entire array. So only the address of the first element, not the entire array. And in C++, the array name without an index is a pointer to the first element in the array. Okay, so what it means that the parameter declaration it should be the compatible type and has to have the same size. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean by have to have the same type and size, whatever we call with the function. So we're going to show you guys, we're going to demonstrate you guys how. There are three ways to declare a parameter that is received to receive an array pointer. So you guys, I'm going to show you guys how. We're going to come here and we're going to have our void. Say we have a function void and we have a parameter int and we have an array of the size 20. Now we have a function which we are not going to return anything, but we're going to run our for loop. We have the array which we call x of the size 20 and integer data type. So just guys remember that when in C++ encountered this one, is C++ change this one because we're gonna C++ gonna copy the first element of this 20 is gonna change this one into the string, into the pointer. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna say we're gonna have a for loop and we put an int I is equal to 0, I is less than 20, y 20 because we have in our parameter the size 20, and we're gonna increment I and we're gonna display C out and we're gonna put our x of and we're gonna pass these guys here because these guys are the element in here, and here we're gonna put some space and here we're gonna end our line here. Alright, so and if you guys want this one, you guys can put this separately. You guys don't need to put it into a for loop. So you guys just declare this one here. Okay, so now you guys have your function, we call it void. It has a parameter of the int data type and we call it x array of the size 20 elements, and we have now declare I because we're going to run I for loop, and here we're going to display this x here with the 20 elements, and what's the elements is I here. Alright, so we're going to display that one and we're going to go on our prototype. Okay, so the prototype we're going to put a void and we have an int of x with 20 elements. Alright, so now we're gonna come down here, and when you guys have the function of the array here in your parameter, you guys need to declare exactly same type of 20. You guys can muck around and put different sizes here because the sizes should match, and you guys need to run your for loop here. Alright, so we're gonna come here and we put an int and we're gonna say, for example, a of the size 20, and we're gonna put our I. So you remember why I, because we're gonna run another for loop here, and we say for, we say I we initialized with 0 and our I is gonna be terminated 20, and we're gonna increment our I. Alright, and what we're gonna do after that, we're gonna this guy here needs to receive this one. Okay, so we're gonna need to assign this one a of I. We're gonna assign I. If you guys notice here, we have x of I. We have I as element because we run this one, and here we have a, this guy here, because it has a 20 element space, and we're going to run our I is imaginary number, and we're going to have this one as element, and we're going to assign these guys here, these guys to this array here, and we're going to pass this guy here to our function. So we're going to call our invoke our function, invoke our call our function would. Alright, so we're gonna call our function, and we're gonna have pass this guy here a to our function. That's it. So now we have called our function with array. So this guy is here is the engine, and you guys notice this, the guys here and the guys here, the matching, because it's the same data type, it's got the same type. This is array is integer, and that's the size is 20, and this guy is here is got the size of 20 but with different names. And we have here, we're going to run a for loop, and here this is almost, there is a similarity here because everything is matching, and only difference here is because we are going to assign these guys here into the array, which is the then we name it a, which is the size 20. Alright, so we're going to run our program to see any errors. So we're going to build our project. Looks like there is no errors, so when we run, we're going to see our for loop. So it runs from the size from the 0 all the way to 19, because we didn't put the 20 in our for loop. But that's beyond the scope of this video, because if you guys need to learn for loop, you guys are going to go and watch our another video in for loop, so you guys know what for loop is. But this video is about calling our function with arrays, so that's what we pass array into our function. So that's what they display. Alright, so this was the first as I said to you guys, there are 3 ways to call our function with arrays. So this was the first. So you guys put the size, you guys declare the size here, and you guys declare the size in your prototype. So another way is if you guys remove this one, and we're going to remove in our this guy is here. This is the second way. So you guys can put in your parameter, there is no size, it's an unsized array. We don't declare the size, but here in our for loop, you guys can say instead of 20, you guys can put a 15, and here you guys can come here and put a 15, and you guys can put your 15 here. And you guys notice here we don't have anything inside here, but we need to put our 15 here in order for our program to run. And you guys notice in our parameter here we don't have is unsized array. There is no size here, but this is inside here, which we declared another array. This guy is here and this guy is here is not matching, but it's still okay. C++ accepts this. So when we run, we're going to have our loop of the size 14, which is 15 is not including. So this is the second way you guys can do that in your parameter and size. There is no size, you guys don't declare the size. Alright, so what is the last one? The last one, you guys can put your pointer here.